Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Divinity Original Sin 2. And in the last video, I completed a quest where I saved an elf from some guys trying to shake her down. And she did tell me at the end of doing that to follow her, but I stopped to loot the dead bodies, and I missed where she went. And in my attempt to find her, I encountered a different elf, which has now been added into the party. So now we're up to 3 members. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. And now that we have her in the party, let's take a look at her. So I'm going to guess from her description and what we saw in the dialogue that she's a rogue of some type. It looks like that is the case, and she's carrying a bow. Oh, that's good, because I can give her this water arrow that I'm currently carrying and cannot use. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'll give her lockpicks. I don't know if she's actually skilled to do that. Okay, so we're learning a little bit about attributes. I'm not exactly sure. Probably that'd be under... No, I don't see anything here. So she's not really good at sneaking or thievery as far as I can tell. But she is a rogue, so I'll just give that to her for now. And heck, I'll give you a carrot too. And that'll make my inventory a little less full for the meantime. But let's go ahead and switch back over to my character. And let's continue. Now, as I was saying, I was trying to find that elf that I rescued. She did tell me to follow her. But I think the better idea is to find my way back to where I started and just kind of work my way through the town rather than get lost like I'm kind of currently doing. So it looks like if we go up this way towards the top of the screen, I'll get back to where I was. So we'll go back and we'll just kind of methodically work our way through the town. And if we find the elf, that's good. But I lost track of where she went, and if we can eventually find her, that's, you know, for the better. Alright, so if I come over here to the right. Yeah, okay, this is starting to look familiar. Yeah, okay, I've been here. Let's go ahead and start at the beginning and just kind of work our way through the town. So these are the 2 guys that were trying to shake down the elf that we took out. Now the elf had purple hair. I don't think this is her here, but let's talk to this person. Alright, this person's named Losh. Now, she has purple hair like the elf we encountered, but it looks like purple hair is pretty common because Seville here has purple hair. And I don't know if this lady's an elf. She doesn't look like an elf, but she also has purple hair, so I guess that's not too distinguishing of a feature. Okay, a gaunt young woman is staring intently at the statue of the Seven, one arm outstretched. Frozen in place, she has the color and bearing of a wax sculpture. Okay, so we have a few different approaches here. Seems like this is the better call. I don't want to shake her out of whatever zone she's in right now, so we'll gently call out her and ask if she's all right. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours. They are dark and lifeless, pupils dilated into great black voids. Now, this isn't the first time I've encountered this. A number of the people I've encountered, especially ones that are prisoners, which I'm assuming anyone that has these blue circles around their neck is a prisoner similar to us, has some dark pasts and especially troubled pasts. So I don't think this is too unusual from what I've seen so far, at least unusual behavior. Light suddenly flashes back into her face and her whole body relaxes. Hi, and who are you? Okay, we got, again, a couple approaches here. I'm going to go with this because it's a little bit more polite. Tell her your name and ask for hers. I'm Losh. Pleased to meet you. She bows low, cat-like. Okay. This might not be the most polite thing to ask her, but I do want to kind of know what she was up to. And I don't want to change the subject, so we'll go ahead and ask. That. It's nothing really. It's just... I'm just a bit... well, a bit hospitable. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what that means, so let's see. We can tell her to elaborate. I definitely would like her to do so, because that didn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. That's, again, the more polite response. It's hard to explain. You've never been a host, I bet. That's because you're an infested clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give you just about anything to be like you. Or I'd give just about anything to be just like you. Okay, well, I don't know if I like being called an infested clump of leaves, but okay. But I'm not. I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Pretty friendly place to set up. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied. They just love me. They visit often. Okay, ask her who or what she was hosting a few moments ago. Now, isn't that just a question of the hour? I can't be sure just yet. I know demons, and it doesn't feel like a demon. Definitely not a sprite either. Maybe a specter? But I wouldn't bet money on it. So she's claiming that she was possessed, like literally possessed. Okay, interesting. So what brings you to Joy? The scenic views, the smell of rancid soup, and desperation? Okay. Well, this answer is true. That's a sarcastic reply, as is that. So we'll go ahead and go with the true statement that the magistrate hauled you in, something about you being a danger to yourself and society. Yeah, same story here. Reckon in my case, they might actually be right, though. Well, if this is anything like The Exorcist, yeah, maybe you need locked up. So you want to get the lay of the land together? Strength in numbers and all that? Okay, I guess we can get another party member. I don't know how many the left side of our screen can sustain, but okay, we'll take it. Well, that was easier than I thought, and I'll do my best to stay myself. Lead the way. Alright, so I just got a bunch of experience there, or she did. Maybe getting her to the point where she's level with the rest of the party. So let's go ahead and take a look at her. So she is, if we go over to tags, she's a mystic. So she's some kind of spellcaster. I've kind of been taking a look at things, and I've noticed that a lot of characters have tags, and I really don't have much beside lizard and male. I wonder if that's more because I created a custom character, or maybe that's something I could have selected, and I just missed out on the opportunity to select tags. So taking a look at her, coming back to her attributes. So it looks like intelligence and wits. And down here, yeah, it looks like she is definitely a spellcaster, and she has a wand. Damage is 7 to 10 air. Okay. And she does have some range to it. So it looks like she has... Her wand does air damage standard, and then she has, like, spells that she can also cast. And then... It looks like the bow that Sibyl has pretty much the same range. Just, you know, physical damage versus air damage. Okay. Well, it looks like we can still accommodate a few more party members, so I'm not sure how crowded this is going to get, but let's continue here. So we've got a guy here to talk to. And I'm noticing he does not have a picture, so I'm assuming when we see a picture here, we're seeing an actual important character. So this is Dominic. Bow your head, please. If we chant the endless prayer, the divine will rise once more, even if your kind have displeased him so terribly of late. Okay, my kind, huh? Well, it looks like we can ask him about that. Ask what he means by your kind. You know what I mean, lizard. The dwarves and elves are no better. The lot of you would drag us all into the oblivion with your blind devotion to Source. The time of Source is over. Okay, so we've got a lizard response. Okay, so we'll say this because it's a lizardy response. Sneer that you saw plenty of slaves try to bury themselves in worship back in the ancient empire. It didn't help any of them. The man shakes his head with a sigh. You're the slave here, enslaved by a life without the divine in your heart. Embrace him. Abandon your wickedness. Okay. Out of curiosity, can I have the same conversation with a different party member? So if I go over to Sibyl here and I have this conversation. Yeah, so he talks to me like I've never talked to him before. That's very interesting. Alright, so if I were to give an answer that Sibyl would say, I would say, tell him God is dead no matter how much anyone prays. You can't know that. If we are to be swallowed up by darkness, Let no one say I did not do my part to stop it. Okay. So you can have different responses or different dialogues with characters. Okay, I have a feeling. Alright. Wonder what happens when we click on this. Okay, it just gives us a little bit of flavor text. You know, it was following my character. Okay, there we go. I just needed to... Alright, we got another thing we can interact with. Okay, narrator. The shrine depicts Lucian the Divine, avatar of the seven gods, now dearly departed. Okay. So, I don't really know what to think of this Lucian, and this is one of those things that maybe not having played the first game, I really don't get the background information that I need in the game. But I have no idea who this Lucian guy is or whether he was really all that good. But so far, from what I've seen of his disciples, they seem to be not really great people. They just annihilated one of their own, although they claimed it was a traitor. But even still, that's kind of an extremist viewpoint. And maybe that's exactly what the Divine Order is. They're a bunch of extremists. So I don't know how I feel about that. And I have a feeling that a lot of my party members probably would feel similarly, maybe not so friendly with the Divine Order here. So I'm going to take my leave. I'm not going to do any of this other stuff. Perhaps the Divine left protest the foolish... Okay. I'd speak a prayer if I thought anyone would hear it, and I think that came out of the prince here. So, yeah, I'm not sure how faithful my particular party is, especially one that claims that they're possessed by something. All right, so let's go ahead and look around here. All right, so now we're in the kitchen, which is run by the guy that sent those goons to shake down the elf I rescued. Let's talk to this person. All right, heading into the kitchen. Don't try anything funny around Griff. I'm watching you. Ask her if she likes what she sees. Okay. I want to know more about this Griff character, so we'll see. Well, he runs this place and everyone in it, including you. Better to make yourself useful to him if you're stuck here anyway. That's what I did. What way did you make him useful? Or make yourself useful? Oh, good. We got... All right, so I think the red icon means if I tried to take that, I'd be stealing. But it looks like I can interact with the sleeping bag. And considering that my character's a little hurt, probably a good idea. So... Now, time doesn't really seem to go by in the game. As far as I know, there's no day-night cycle. I don't know if I fully healed or not. Guess I can find out if I go into the character screen here. I'm not exactly sure where you get detailed information of what your health is currently. I get an idea of my armor. Oh, here we go. Vitality, 82 of 82, so I'm fully healed. And I think everybody else is as well. Oh, there's a new character here. Okay, we've got Hild. Hey, you're a little light in the trunk, ain't you? Who could blame you with the garbage they've got for sale around here? Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I've got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp. Procured by special means. Okay, that sounds shady, so this person's a type of thief. That's what sort of special means she's talking about. Let's just say folks leave here, but they don't seem to take their effects. Maybe I happen to know where everything ends up. Okay, well, I've got a special lizard response here. Ask if Griff won't be angry to see her selling to a lizard. Boss don't mind where the gold comes from, long as he gets his cut. Have a look, why don't you? Your cash is plenty good here. Alright, well, I'm not interested, so I'm just going to take my leave. Let's see what's going on down here. Alright, so we've got this worm effect, which gives us a penalty to fire resistance, but a bonus to water resistance. So it's kind of the opposite of being wet, obviously. Alright, ooh, there's somebody in this cage over here. What are you up to? Trollman hawks. Oh. Like, he hawked a loogie? I'll just glare and walk away. Fool. Alright, well, that guy's nice and pleasant. Now, I can't talk to the dog because you have to be able to talk to animals, which I'm assuming none of my party members can do. You know, I haven't really tried. Okay, so I'm not getting anything new here. So I'm guessing that none of the rest of my party members... Oh, that was an acrobatic display there. We'll have to talk to them later. But let's go see about this person in the cage. Oh, here's Griff here. Unfortunately, the camera's in the tree and I can't rotate it right now. Okay, leave him be. Don't make me say it again. Listen, I can help you if you just... Shut up, elf. Okay, so I'm going to say this elf seems badly injured and ask why he's being held here. This clown? Caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed my supplies. Sound like someone you'd let off with a slap on the wrist? Alright. Ask him how he's sure he's the culprit. Got him red-handed trying to make off with a second crate after he took the first. Went down like a rent boy when we grabbed him. Easy. Okay, we'll ask him what he's meant to have stolen. Supplies, a crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk or he'll die quiet. Alright, so it looks like we have the makings of a quest here. So we can make a proposition to find the supplies. Let's see if we can go down this route. Somebody has no right to lock him in bad conditions. Listen up. Back off. Not like this. There's too many of them. Oh, okay, so that would start a fight. So back down and change the subject. I'm going to take my leave. Does it allow me to talk to him? Please, help me. She has not much time. I have not much time. You believe what he says, that I'm a thief? Well, I don't know if you're a thief or not. Okay. You know what? I'll say shrug and say you have no reason not to. Never trust the man who holds the key to another's freedom. Would you trust the fellows who strapped that collar around your neck? Well, I don't know why they put the collar on my neck, so I don't know. Like me, you look for your own freedom out of Fort Joy. I am correct? Alright, we'll nod. We'll be honest here. Does he know a way? I do. I prepare it myself. One only has to follow the path. But you? Guess I need something too. Alright. Yeah, I kind of figured. I don't know how trustworthy this guy is, and it sounded like he was mentioning somebody might have more motives behind him, so he could be quite a bit of a liar here. Okay. Let's ask him what he has in mind. I know a way out. I show you, and you help me out of here. I cannot die in this cage. Alright. We'll ask him how we can trust him, but we know he's not going to give us anything, meaningful out of that. But, we'll give it a try. This is all we have here. I do not counterfeit. I have honor. Alright, we'll agree. Finally, progress. Griff releases me. If he does, I do not have what he misses. You must find who steals them. After I am free, you are free. Alright, well, let's press him for information here. Ask if he has any idea who took the supplies. I see no one. In fact, I only hear the sound of Griff clearing his throat. You know, the way how he does. And I'm not about to do that. Like so. For some time, I think Griff takes his own supplies, but I see the anger in him that he does not find it. He truly does not find what he seeks. Okay. Let's ask him why it's so important. Griff is a powerful man. Power is mysterious. In case you haven't noticed. Okay. Well, we'll ask him why I was in the kitchen in the first place. I intended no harm. I want only some provisions. A bit of bread, a potato or two. Nothing Griff should be loath to give. I need to escape, and I have people to consider. See, that's what I was thinking. There's something more to his story, so I don't know how much I can trust him. You understand? Alright, I understand. Alright, so let's go talk to Griff about it. Alright. So you'd like to secure the release of the elf. Alright, we'll ask what he's stolen. I think we already asked this information, but we want to get him on the right track. Alright, make a proposition. You'll find back the stolen supplies and Griff will set him free. All I want is my supplies. Happy you let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you've got yourself a deal. Alright. Alright, well, there's our quest, so we gotta find some information here. I think, first we talk to Acrobatic Lady here. What are you up to? Alright, this is Waltz. Hey, Snakeface. What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies, and don't you lie to me now. Okay. I'll be honest here. I'll say I'm looking for it as well. If I did, I wouldn't give him up to you. Griff sent me, not you. Okay. I will correct her and say you are actually working on Griff's behalf. Look, I'm Griff's right hand. I'm going to find that crate, and you're going to watch me hand it over to him. Alright, so Waltz is looking for it too. So clearly, Griff caught that guy, but maybe he doesn't really know for sure who stole it. Well, this person here sounds like maybe a good candidate. Okay. Alright, say you're looking for Griff's missing supplies and ask if he's heard anything. Well, in that cage is the thief. Stashed the oranges somewhere behind before he was caught, if you believe that. So she doesn't believe it. Okay, say you gather she doesn't. I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, worms. That fella's square as a pavestone. If he's the thief, I'll eat my boots. Alright, well, it takes one to know one. Okay, ask if she has any idea who the real culprit might be, or... Yeah, we'll do that. Sure do. Ask me. It'd have to be one of those sad sacks that always hanging around Griff looking for favors. Okay. So, more than likely people that hang around Griff. Okay. She darts her tongue out of her mouth like a snake. Hey, I am the one that does that. Some folks and some reptiles would do anything to get their reputation. Oh, so she'd give me a little bit of a hint. Got it. Ask how she can be so sure. It's all in the eyes. Joy lives in the eyes, sometimes way in the back, but it's there all the same. Liars ain't a joyful bunch. Okay. Alright, sure, you don't want to take a look at my stock before you go? No, I'm fine. Okay. You know, there I think was an option to trade with him, though. Let's see. Okay, so this is the trade mechanic. So I guess we drag items on this side. Oh, and then we can do the thing here to just auto-balance, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. So if I wanted to sell something, I put it over there. If I want to buy something, I put it over there. Doesn't look like he has anything that I'm just immediately thinking, oh, I want that, outside of maybe the helmet here. But, only worth 10 gold, which isn't too bad. But I'm just going to wait for now. I think it's a little too early to be, spending money on things, especially when I'm just getting my feet under me. Alright, so I haven't seen a lizard man that hangs around Griff yet. There is this guy over here. And we could also ask that one person up, stairs. What do you want, freak? So you're looking for Griff's stolen supplies. If boss trusts you to find something for him, You better not disappoint him. You wouldn't like him when he's disappointed. Okay. I want to know a little bit about the missing fruit. Yeah, boss is awful passionate about citrus. Can't get enough of the stuff. All right, so he had a little bit of a pause in what he said there, so makes me believe that maybe it's not quite citrus or oranges or whatever people are saying. All right, we'll ask about the culprit. Me and the guy in the cage, I don't associate with elves. Fella says he's innocent, but you know how they lie. Well, I mean, I already figured if you're for a racist, but, you know, whatever. Ask why he doesn't seem concerned about Griff's missing items. Boss will be fine. He's got himself in a fit state now. As soon as another shipment comes in, he'll be right as rain. Okay. I'm not going to talk to a thug like that about leaving. I'm not that dumb. Okay. She doesn't want to talk to me. Let's see if we can get another party member to talk to her. Maybe a human. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to say this because it doesn't seem like she has much else to say. Okay, well, there's that. Alright, so we're looking around here for possibly a lizard. Who's this lady? Okay, Noosey. You looking for a match? You'll have a good head on most competition, that's for certain. A good tail, too. Poor lugs won't know what hit him. Okay. So we have got a lizardy response here. Say you've lain low lizards twice your size. Height or length has nothing to do with martial prowess. That's so. Well, then prove it. Down the hatch with you. Okay, well, nothing there I saw asks about the stolen items. All right, let's take a look at the map here just so we can get some bearing on where we are. All right, so there's a structure over this way. Not a whole lot over here. I think there was a lizard man that I may have passed over here. Okay. So let's backtrack here. That must be the hatch she's talking about. It sounded like some kind of fighting arena. I'm not really ready to do that, especially as I'm probably on a little bit on the low level side, and I don't know if that's something I can tackle right now. But quests like this, where, you know, you're searching around for people, that's a little bit better. Or a little bit more what I'm looking for. Oh, here's our lizardman. Let's talk to him. Alright, the narrator says, the kin's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts and doesn't look up as you approach. Okay, well, I'm not going to tap him on the shoulder. I don't want another needle in my neck. Well, I'm not going to be doing that. Cough and ask if the ground really is as interesting as all that. The ground? I don't know what you... I'm just trying to work it out. What happened? Why? Alright, ask the kin what's on his mind. My mind? What else, kin? I'm wondering why. Why all of this source? The Voidwoken, the divine. Why? Okay, we'll ask him what he means. We've used Source for thousands of years. We have used it to heal, to grow. How could it be that it suddenly summons these horrors from the void? And where has the divine gone? Well, he doesn't seem to be all that interested in Griff stuff. Well, we'll ask him if he has anything for sale. Goods? Yes, of course. Have a look. Alright, so he's got a bunch of belly type stuff. Alright, well, I'm not worried about that right now. Alright, well, that was a lead. Got a dwarf here. Oh, I'm talking as her. I didn't want to do that. Oh, well. Alright. Say, wait a second. Losh, is that you? You remember me? You remember me, right? Lazlor from the Whistling Warriors. We opened for your troop up in Shoulder. Must have been, gods, around 5 years ago. Alright, we'll just nod and say we remember him. I knew it was you. So you're letting just any old riffraff in this joint now, eh? Or they're just letting any old riffraff. Alright. None say he'd better repent right away before the neighborhood's lost for good. Or we've got a mystic answer. Say they are indeed. You can sense a great deal of source here and radiates from nearly every inmate. Alright, we'll do this one. Ha! Can you believe that load of crap? Repent for having the source inside you? Be like apologizing for flawless sheen on me beard. So tell me, Lush girl, any of those voices of yours explain why the devil, the order, wants us to repent anyhow? Okay. Yeah, we'll say this, because this seems to make sense. Ha, that rings like a crock of dung. We've been using source for hundreds of years, and not a voidwoken to be found. Here's hoping the Dwarven Empress don't fall for that nonsense. Criminy, if all the world ain't gone to rot. Okay. Alright, ask him if he's surprised it's never really been any other way. What? Have you forgot how things were before the Divine up and kicked it? I know this place ain't exactly cheerful, but you can't let them have your spirit, too. Okay, tell me they can take whatever they want from you, including your spirit. Buyer beware, though. Lazar's face softens. He lays his large, heavy hands on your shoulders and looks you squarely in the eye. No, you're too good for that, Lush girl. Too strong, too special. Alright. So we'll ask him for a song. Now that's a spirit. Say you know the old dwarven hymn, don't you? Grab a bottle of air and oh... Okay. So we'll go ahead and sing along with him. Alright, stick your SARS in there, oh, and drown until they swim. Ha ha. I tell you, when I hear that ditty, I'm right back home with me mates at the tavern, too. Or who? Boy, but if seeing you doesn't bring me back to old times, good times. Take this, eh? Something to remember better days. You take care of yourself, Lost Girl. Alright, well, she got something in that conversation. Oh, the loot. Okay. Well, you can have a leg of this person that got blown up, and you're a mystic. Have some Whisperwood. And I think that's probably going to bring this video to an end. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. So we found some interesting things. We still have the quest at hand, finding the stolen supplies, but it looks like this direction is proving not to get us in the direction we are looking. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.